Good morning and welcome, everybody. This is the Winder Wellness Virtual Summit, and sadly, this is the last day for all the free education. I'm so sad. But it's not the last day to save.
It's there forever.
I know.
Education's there.
Oh, good
The
things,
last day?
right?
I thought today was Friday, Phil. We're not going to be here tomorrow?
No? Oh, gee.
I may
Didn't
bother
you
myself.
you're open?
Last time I did, I woke up on Sunday and I was like, where's the opening ceremonies? Lex and Tracy. I'm like, are you ready?
I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. Well,
Yes.
welcome back, everybody. It is Saturday. This is our last day of live streaming, but the videos will be here forever and ever on the YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. With me this morning is Jamie Dorley, CEO and owner of both the Nutritional Frontiers and the Winder Wellness Center, and Joe Messino, the godfather of nutrition and facility director, clinic director, whatever title I want to give you today. But welcome back, guys.
Good morning, Dr. Tracy.
Good morning.
Joe.
Good morning.
Phil on the board,
Super Phil.
and everyone out there watching. First of all, I want to thank Tracy for an incredible job this week. I mean, the lineup was an all-time best. Everything went without a glitch, so that's a huge
That's right.
accomplishment from her and her team. So thank you so much. You guys are doing an incredible job. Really appreciate it. And wow, look where we've come in a short period of time. So people give me great feedback. They love all the different dynamic speakers. They love the topics. They love the fact that they can come in live and watch it on the TV. They can go and watch it on their phone. Even at work, they may take their coffee break, Joe, and go sneak in a little education. So thanks so much. You guys did an awesome job this week.
Well, thank you. Phil did a great job, too. If we had any glitches, he was right there. And I really appreciated his help. And all the lectures, you guys did great. I mean, great lectures this time. So
Yeah, and I like
we get
how
better
have
and better at this.
variety of speakers and a variety of topics. We keep it up to date. We bring some back that are requested again or to help clarify some of the points we were making. But overall, I mean, really proud of the lineup that brought it home this week. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, everybody brought their thing. They brought their specialty. And it just seems like no matter how many times we do this, it's fresh. Every time. It's fresh. And it's just great. I have a good time doing it. I know we have a good time doing the roundtables.
That was a good roundtable yesterday. That was
Sure
really
was.
good. Well, I think all of them were good. I really enjoyed the diabetes one, just like to break down like candida and metals and some of the things people don't think about. And then yesterday, I thought that was great because no one knows labels like you two.
Well, that was my favorite one. I thought that was open, honest, helpful, right?
Yeah.
Very educational. And it really did highlight some of the things we've been talking about for years. And as much as we think we know and people know, it's always good to look at these labels because there's so much misinformation out there.
Oof.
From the label claims to the certifications to the ingredient selection to the name of the products, there's many different things involved. And I'm going to help go a little bit deeper today, Joe, at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
And the topic is if your labels can talk. And interesting enough, there's a device out there now that can read your labels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that this?
Not the phone.
Oh.
Well, the phone can too, but there's actually a device to help people read labels. But there's so much on the labels that it's very difficult sometimes to decipher through. And there's no quote unquote label police out there that's looking at every label and saying, hey, this is wrong. That's not correct. This is misleading. That's not labeled right. So I'm going to go through a deeper dive what we started yesterday. And this is one I did a few months ago. I'm going to do it again. And Tracy's got some updates for me. So this is going to be a nice topic to go deeper on reading labels. And as much as I know you said everyone knows this or doctors, I don't think they do. And,
here's the funny thing about this whole label issue. Nobody's hiding anything. It's right there in front of your eyes on the label, but people just don't read it.
Well, most times when I hand somebody a bottle, what part of the bottle they read? The price.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It should be the last thing they read.
And then they, look at the back. And look, I understand it. I'm not even sure if they know what to look at. Maybe they do, right? There's a couple of buzzwords people look for. The bottom line is that we're going to help you decipher labels and look for really three key things, right? Simple. 1, 2, 3. One is the amount of the ingredients in the formula. That's important because you need a therapeutic dose. Second is the form of the ingredients. That way your body can actually identify it absorb it, assimilate it, and excrete it. And then what else is in there we don't want? At Nutritional Frontiers and the Wine and Wellness Center, we use the minimum or zero of the things we don't want, right? So other companies choose to use these things. So we're going to help clarify what are most important things to look for and to have a strategy when you're looking not only for supplements, but what about food? What about medications, right? So it's a very good opportunity for people to be able to read labels to help their family. And it's not just prescription, Joe, over-the-counter medications.
Ooh.
No one reads the labels on these things because if they did, they probably wouldn't take them.
No, they don't read them. They just assume they're safe.
I'll give you
because they're there on the
a little
shelf.
sneak preview. The omeprazole, you know, the antacid that used to be prescription. If you read the label, it says do not take for more than 14 days. How many people read that?
No, I don't think anybody reads it.
And if they do, they say, oh, that's not me, that's somebody else. And they stay on these things. So we're going to have a strategy today when you're done to be able to read labels and, more importantly, to have a plan in place so you can optimize your wellness program and minimize any potential side effects.
And you know what? This is a great topic for adults to then teach their kids. Because kids need to read labels too. But, you know, they need to read it in the stores. They're out there buying things. And I've taught my grandkids. They see the word artificial. It's there. They see a big paragraph of words. They say no good. You know, they got to learn too.
Well, I'm laughing because the other night after the bodybuilding event, we went to dinner, me and the two girls, and we had a couple sample bars I really liked from a local new company. So at dinner, when we're waiting for the food, what do? We read labels.
Aha!
And I asked my daughter, Sid, the older one, I says, is 200 and something calories too many? And she says, I don't care about calories. I care about nutrients. And I was like, oh.
There you go. Atta girl.
I get it. They're learning. So she was picking out things on the label, you know, asking questions.
Yep.
So it was a nice little fun time to, you know, make this fun, folks. It's not a punishment. Right? Make it fun to be able to help yourself and your family.
Yeah. And, you know, we're so, you know, overexposed to all kinds of, especially kids. And they put all the cereals and the colorful candies and everything right at eye level for them. So there's manipulation going on when you take them to the grocery store. So for my kids, you know, they just know certain things, it's a no. Like once in a while, it's okay, but it's not an everyday thing in our house. And I remember a story when John was probably 3 years old, and John talked from 16 months on, and he's never shut up since. I think he has a word quote every day.
Who's he taking after,
he talks and talks and talks, right? So we're out at the grocery store, and you know how people line their carts with like the sodas, and they like rack them? Well, this person had Gatorades like racked all the way around and then in the cart and stacked up. And who knows, maybe they were going to a party or a baseball game. I don't know. But John literally walked up and he's like, that stuff's bad for your brain.
Oh.
I was like, hi. Yeah, excuse my 3-year-old. I was like, I'm so proud of you. You know, so, but they know if you say, and you can't use things that are over their heads. Like I would just tell him, like he wanted Gatorades, he wanted all those things. And I was like, but they're just bad for your brain. Like you really want to focus in sports. You don't want to put red dyes and yellow 60 and a bunch of neurotoxins in there because while there may be some electrolytes in there and it'll replenish, you're also going to have a detriment on your focus. So it's going to cause an excitatory effect. I was like, that's the point. That's why you feel better when you drink it. It's almost like an endorphin booster because it's messing with serotonin and dopamine. And he's just like, yeah, all right, whatever, Mom. I just want to be cool like the other kids. So we use Pro Colors, Pro Oranges more, you know, than any other one because that's what he'll drink and that's what he likes. And if he wants to be cool, put it in a Gatorade bottle. You know, like if he was to look like the other kids, we have the big like Gatorade, like squeezy thing. You can put Pro Colors in there for your kids. So there are ways that, you know, we can help our own health and the health of our children just by knowing how to kind of replace things or, you know, keep it socially acceptable because it's tough. It's tough being a kid today. You know, they want all the things. And even at school lunch, like he would take, you know, hummus and Luke would take guacamole and their friends would make fun of them because they didn't have like the snack cakes and, you know, all the stuff. And so John and Luke would be like, you know, they're making fun of this. Why do they make fun of it? And I'm like, people make fun of things that they don't understand. I was like, that's going to be the rest of your life. So, and that's what happened.
It's funny you said that. My daughter, Sid, she was called the salad girl in school because she'd actually bring a salad from home. She likes salads. So,
There you go.
you know, I think it's good that you
They called Luke the guacamole kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good that they learn, you know, that it's not, again, it's not a detriment to them. It's a positive that they know about nutrition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even my daughter last night, it's like, man, I'm not eating this, that, and the other thing. She's like, I'm done with that stuff, you know? And she noticed a change in her body in the last few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just in those little changes, especially where they're drinking every day.
Right.
Because I think that's what most people, you know, especially the kids get in trouble, is they're drinking sodas or teas or, you know, Gatorades or lemonades. They're all loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
And it may be better than the soda, but not much better.
Yeah. And then they think the healthy option in school is the milk that they're getting. And that's bad for them to begin with, too.
They still serve milk in school?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little curtains.
Little cartons.
They still have dairy day. They still do all that stuff. So my favorite is when they do the dental day where they bring in the fluoride laden toothpaste. And, you know, all the things that you have to battle. You have to battle in school. That's what it is. It's a battle. So, and it's a battle for your kids.
When we were kids, the worst thing we had was Nestle's Quick. Remember that pile?
and Tang. We had Tang.
We still do. We got Pearl Oranges and Best Way chocolate.
Yeah, there you go.
I made it yesterday and everyone was all pumped up, you know. And, you know, my daughter brought up a good point, the little one, Lizzie, last night. She says, you know, I'm done with, she goes, I don't feel good when I eat sugar. I says, oh, you finally realized it. She goes, yeah, because I haven't been eating it. And if I do eat it, I don't feel good. I said, well, you don't have to eat it, right? And she's not, you know, she always thought it was a weight thing, but she realized it's not. It's a health thing, right?
Yeah, and your girls are in shape. I mean, your kids are in shape. So, you know, and sometimes kids like John, he's very lean and muscular, and he's tall. He's, you know, I'm not towering. I'm 5'3", but he's 11 years old, and he's probably about an inch shorter than I am. So, you know, by next year, he's going to be taller than me, but he's lean. But he had the same thing. I'm like, John, it's not about weight. It's about gains. Like, you want to gain health. You want to gain muscle. You can't do that with Kit Kats and Snickers. You just can't. You're just going to gain fat, and you're just going to gain inflammation. I was like, you don't want to be puffy. You want to be strong. And he notices the same thing. Like, I can always tell when he comes back from grandparents' house, like, he's a mess. Like, last night he's bouncing around the house, and I'm like, you got to get up at 6:30 tomorrow. You have playoffs, you know, like, you're in a tournament. So you can't be jumping around. He's like, I just can't sleep. That's when the CBD gummies come out and the Relax. I stack those now together. Like, here's a Relax and a gummy. Go to sleep.
So I'm going to really dive deep on the labels. And then right after me, we got Schools in Session again.
Schools in Session. This is
Mike McGee coming back with some solutions for blood sugar. And this is a big topic for us right now.
Yep.
I think Mike will do a fantastic job bringing that home. So it's not only diabetic, but it's also pre-diabetes and just blood sugar in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's where the Shake a Day Club really comes in, because when you start the day with that shake, regardless of what time you do it, what's going to do is it's going to balance your blood sugar, tell your body to burn energy, and your mood's going to be balanced. So I think that's the advantage people have. And again, we talk about how you feel. I think balancing the blood sugars is the key to all health, because when you do that the proper way, what happens now is that your body provides the nutrients you need to balance your blood sugar, balance your mood, balance your energy, and to actually burn body fat without being stimulated. So really important fact that he's going to address this blood sugar issue. That it's a really, this is the pandemic, blood sugar.
And it's the hidden sugars. And I think when you start substituting these good options like the shakes and the colors, then you eliminate a lot of things that you don't even realize you're eliminating, the hidden sugars in some of these foods. And I think that's a bigger problem than the added sugars. People don't really add sugar to their food anymore because it's already in there.
And it's a what?
I mean,
it's
in there. It's everywhere. Yeah, you have to watch those hidden sugars. And
don't we take in like 18 tablespoons of sugar a year, like something crazy?
Oh no,
on average, right?
Yeah, I heard it was 150
pounds.
Yeah, it's
pounds.
Yeah.
150 pounds.
Robert DeMoss said Hershey now makes an organic chocolate bar, and I know Robert. I know he's being facetious, but you know, it's just kind of funny that because it says organic, right, guys? Don't get confused. Because it says gluten-free or dairy-free doesn't make it healthy, right? So it's an organic chocolate bar. So I understand that, chocolate does have some good healthy qualities to it, but made from Hershey's, I'm going to guess the first ingredient, if you turn it around, Jamie, what's probably going to be first?
I would probably say sugar.
Right. So, you'll go over this in your labels, but I always teach my kid, like, the very first 5 ingredients are the highest amount in that product, right? So that first one, if it's sugar, that's the highest thing in that product. If it starts out with like organic cacao, that's a whole different concept because that is healthy for you. But yeah, Hershey's making an organic chocolate. Good try, Hershey's. We still know that you're unhealthy.
Yeah, we're not someone that would ever restrict anybody, especially a woman, from some dark chocolate, right? We were talking last night, a piece of dark chocolate, a little organic wine, that's a nice way to unwind at night, right? So we'll sure that Mikey's going to address all these solutions for natural health, of course, and balancing out the blood sugar, which is really where it all starts and ends. And then the next speaker, Tracy, you got to introduce this.
Yeah, sure. His name is Kedar G. And actually, that's his spiritual name that he goes by. He is the founder of the Bhakta School of Transformation, and this is a non-for-profit school. So they literally don't charge tuition. They take donations for their curriculum. And I met him through Robert Scott Bell. Robert and Kedar G do a lot of things together. So his director of development contacted me. Her name is Canberra. And I laugh about it because I'm like, you were relentless. Like she was just like, hey, remember me? Hey, call me. And she's just such a sweetheart. And he is actually going to be talking about a curriculum that he teaches called the Ecology of Well-Being and his 4 pillars to joy. And he addresses everything physical and in the spiritual. So he's actually really a great guy. I've talked to him a couple of times. We did a restream, practice run. So I really enjoyed talking to him and his whole concept. And, I'm excited to hear what he has to say and give opportunity to advance their education if they want to in these concepts. So he does have a curriculum that's available, an entire school. And he's going to be great. He's a very nice guy.
Is it online? This curriculum, the school?
Yeah,
is it online?
Both in person and online, and they do all kinds of like retreats and things like that. So he and his team are coming to our July 29th event. So I invited them to it, and they're going to come, and they're very excited to learn about our products and maybe work together in a partnership. So very exciting stuff moving up.
Can't wait. That's fantastic. And, normally they save the best for last, and once again we do. So we got facility director, FN.
Functional nutritionist.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's his original title. I was going, OG.
Yeah, I like the Godfather of nutrition. So, Joe, what are you going to be talking about today? Let's hear a little preview.
Well, for a long time, I've been the biggest advocate of D3, the alpha nutrient. I've called it that. I've said it's the single most important one. But I've got a new study and I've got some information that, we're going to bring to light. And now the title of this, No D3? Say it ain't so, Joe, but I'm going to say it. And you got to tune in to find out what it's all about.
You don't need no D3?
I don't know, Joe. You better be able to back that up.
Well, all I can say is I'm gonna pull the wool off of it and look out. Here it comes. You got to tune in for this one. I'm not going to give you any more hints. This one's big.
Well, it should be a great lineup today. Some new people coming on board speaking for us. And we made Kedar G a featured speaker because he's traveled all over the country and all over the world with his concept. So I really thought this would be a unique thing to bring to the Weiner Wellness Center, along with all of our favorites, Jamie, Mike, and Joe, doing a lecture today. So guys, stay tuned. And the sale still continues, right? They can order, they can come in, free food. Tell us all about what's happening at the center.
It's, you know what? This is the big day, the last day, the one that everybody waits for. And they're coming in. They're going to be looking for all the big deals. They're going to be out there. We might throw a few surprises at them, but the food truck will be back. And they're here all day today, 9 to 4. So this is the big day for them as well. And we've had a lot of requests to extend their hours during the week. So we might have to look at that for September. But they'll be back, and I think the weather's going to hold up for us, too. We've had a beautiful week all week long. It's been fantastic weather. We have the tent up outside. Everybody's here. We got a full staff waiting to help everybody. Monica said, I'm tired. I'm bored. I need to do something. I need something to do. She goes, yeah, it hasn't been busy enough for me. Bored. So we'll fix that today. No, I'm just kidding. Monica's
so what have been some of your best-selling products this week? What have people been looking for?
Well, that's a great question. You know what? I think one of the top ones has been Women's Complete.
Women's Complete.
People are really excited about Women's Complete.
SPM has been selling.
Yeah, unique women's formula on the market. You know, combining the vitamins, the minerals, the superfoods, and the women's wellness blend with the probiotics. So awesome formula. And the SPMs, of course. So, Tracy, I'd love for you to go over that presentation again with our team next week. And our sales team's going to watch it together also. But fantastic job on the SPM. That's been a big one, huh?
Lots of questions.
I sent our sales team the video and the PowerPoint. I was like, here you go, guys.
Yeah, good.
The greens are still flying off the shelf. The shakes are still flying off the shelf. You know, everybody's coming in talking about the Shake a Day Club. So that's there's another Jamie-ism. So
that's awesome.
And we got the sleep times, a big one. People issues with sleep, pain, and joint health. So a lot of hot formulas this week. And great thing today is that you can get tested. We have Zyto testing. I think we have some slots available.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, Candace is in testing today.
She's in.
Yeah.
You know,
so free Zyto testing.
Yep.
She keeps trying to get out, Joe. What happens?
We just pull her back in.
Well, make sure,
she's been
guys,
here
that
all
if
week, and you know what? She's been great. Candace has been here all week, and I think she really missed being here because she's just been positive energy all week, and it's been great having her back.
Good. And make sure if you want to get that free Zyto scan that they call in and make an appointment, right, Joe?
Yeah, there might be a couple of slots left, so. You know, and always call in and check because there can be cancellations too.
Yeah,
Dr. Phil's doing
walk-ins. If not, we can talk to you. We can get you scheduled. We can help you out. We have some walk-in available for some of the doctors. So come on down either way. We'll help you out. We got me, Joe. We got Mikey here. So Candace got the whole crew here to help you out.
Everybody's here.
Absolutely.
Be here all day. We got some free samples to try here, from free samples to take with you. So come on down. We'll be here all day, and great opportunity to take advantage of the
I know one thing. I get a lot of requests. That's when is Dr. Tracy going to be here in person? We'd love to have her out on the floor, ask her some questions and talk to her. And you know what they really want is a free appointment with you, but
doesn't happen.
But, a lot of requests for you to be here in person, Tracy.
My answer was Fall Fiesta after the build-out.
There you go. I think you need to make an appearance, Tracy.
Tracy,
happy to.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Fabulous Phil will have to run the entire stream. So, and I know he can do it.
He's ready.
He's ready. He's ready.
He's doing a front double bi pose over here. Look at him. He's pumped up, ready to go.
That's what we've deemed him. I mean, Robert Scott Bell has Super Don. We have Fabo Phil. So that's what we have. And maybe maybe in the fall, he can run a couple of days that I can come down to the Weiner Wellness Center and take appointments.
We'll you got that? Did you record that? Or in the old days, did you tape that?
Did you tape that?
Yeah. All right, so coming down in the fall. So we'll work around the football schedule and everything else going on.
Yeah. How about it, right? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for the commentary this morning. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in this morning. Stay tuned because Jamie's coming up with reading labels, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's going to be a great lecture. And we look forward to you doing that lecture. I love it. It's always one of my favorites. And I think for practitioners that are listening, this is vital. You have to understand your labels. You have to understand quality of ingredients so that you can stand behind the products you choose. So thank you guys for being here. Last day of our virtual stream live, but the videos will be here all week.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Tracy. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Phil.